Hi, my name is Cold Beer, and let's start with Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened. If you like Sherlock Holmes and Lovecraftian stuff, this may be your spoon of potato salad. Here you become Sherlock Holmes and find yourself at the heart of terrifying Cthulhu mythos as you investigate a series of mysterious disappearances in Europe and the United States. Those are apparently linked to a dark cult that worships an ancient god. Whatever their plan is, you must put a stop to it, or, face unspeakable consequences. Yeah, all that sounds nice, but can I join the cult? Can I worship the ancient god as well? What if Sherlock decided that his life of investigations is boring and being a servant for a Dagon himself is a more fulfilling experience? I doubt that, but it would be nice if you could actually choose the unexpected way. Lies of P. In this Souls-like game, you are a puppet who's caught in a web of lies with monsters and untrustworthy figures. You are awakened by a mysterious voice that guides you through a plagued city of Krat, a once lively place that has been poisoned by madness and bloodlust. If this description reminds you of your ex, then all good, you are half ready for the adventure. Here you will develop a unique combat style to counter your enemies by weaving together dynamic weapon combinations and activating new abilities. Lies of P is a reimagined fairy tale of Pinocchio, reinterpreted as a dark, grim narrative. A Pinocchio for adults. When you lie, it's not the nose that's growing. If you add another P to the name of the game, you will understand what I have in mind. No, really, nothing like that, it's a joke. I played the demo version of the game and all I gathered was, again, that I suck at Souls-like games and I shouldn't even touch them. If you are like me, avoid this title. Few hits from big enemies and you are dead, and you will have to replay the whole chapter again. If that doesn't scare you, keep in mind that the game has around 90% of the positive review score and is probably a thing you want to try. DayZ. As developers say, this is a hardcore open-world multiplayer survival game with only one rule: stay alive no matter what. I don't know, usually I don't need a game to follow this rule, I'm staying alive no matter what in real life as well. Anyway, in DayZ this task is a bit more difficult, with a myriad of threats lurking around every corner that may be easier said than done. You will not find any checkpoints or saves. When you die, you lose everything and have to start over. But you will find this dying and starting over thingy quite entertaining because of complex survival mechanics, including hunting, building, crafting, health preservation, and resource management. Also unpredictable and often emotional interactions with other players. And did I mention zombies? That Z in DayZ is absolutely legit. The game has zombies. It's not some Jay-Z.
Imposter?
So you may encounter some undead, but you will probably die from a zillion other reasons, so don't worry about them so much. The bad thing is that the game is multiplayer only, and as it happens with multiplayer games, you can run into a cheater or two, or three. That sucks. Ancient Planet Tower Defense. It is time to take a break, to rest your mind from various zombie games, from shooters or complex 4X strategies, and just entertain yourself. And tower defense games are one of the best ways to achieve that. It is not a new title by any means, it was released in 2015, but so was the third Witcher. They knew how to make good games back then, that's for sure. So here you'll find 40 unique levels and plenty of diverse enemies and features. Also you can upgrade everything, and the art style is great, also a very positive review score, and this price is probably the combo you needed today. If you like tower defense games, it may be your spoon of potato salad. Monument Valley. Here you will embark on a journey as Ida, the Silent Princess, through impossible environments and illusionary puzzles. You will experience this meditative and calming puzzle game by manipulating monuments and creating evolving paths to explore new, surreal and mysterious worlds. So basically you will solve tricky but immensely satisfying puzzles with optical illusions at their core. Evolve landscapes to reveal pathways that would have otherwise been impossible. And as you progress, discover beautiful architecture, transforming landscapes through pushing, pulling, clicking, raising, lowering, and more. 98% of positive reviews is not a thing you can easily ignore, so don't! Asterigos, Curse of the Stars. In this high fantasy world, you will discover the long-forgotten secrets, interesting battle encounters, interconnected maps full of places to explore, and an immersive story where every choice matters. The game is really fun if you like light Souls-like battles and can enjoy a bit of cartoony graphics, but not everything is nice. Game has no map, like at all, so you will have to remember all the places in your head. That of course creates another level of immersiveness because you will have to use your actual navigational senses you usually never use in games. But do we actually want that? I don't think so. Anyway, if you decide to obtain it, the game will take about 30 hours from your boring life. Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator. This is a really unique and satisfying game. Here you will learn how to make various potions, from rat poison to love elixir, which you can later give to your mother-in-law so she would love you more than her actual daughter.
What a devious plan this is.
Also, here you can buy various ingredients from traveling merchants or grow them by yourself in your medieval garden. Game has about 90% of positive reviews for a reason. People on Steam are saying that Potion Craft is a really relaxing, chill game without many restraints, like, you know, time that runs out. No, nothing like that here. Really simple yet thoughtful game. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Here you as a young Sherlock Holmes will struggle to prove yourself as you navigate an exotic, dangerous island. Deep within the Mediterranean, you will investigate the mystery of your mother's death. Your legacy is written by the decisions you make. Deception, violence, and deduction are just a few resources in your arsenal. Whether you choose brute force to solve your problems or stay one step ahead of your enemies by using your wits to spot vulnerabilities, you decide what each situation demands as you hone your investigative skills. It's time to confront your past so you can become the legend you are destined to be. People on Steam are saying that this is a great game, although many are complaining that the open world part is an overkill. You know, running vast distances from one object to another feels a bit like a fetch quest. In Sound Mind. This is a survival horror where you will experience a series of haunting memories. You will take on a journey through a progression of unsettling stories, each with unique puzzles, mechanics, weapons, and boss fights. Basically, here you play as a town therapist and dive into the strange worlds of your patients. The game is a bit scary and plays as a psychological thriller. All the levels are unique and all of them hold a certain ominous atmosphere, so it will definitely grow some hair on your mental balls. People on Steam are saying that almost nobody expected the game to be this good for this price, and I totally recommend it for you as well. Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. This is a stealth-based game, meaning that you can shoot your way through the enemies or sneak up behind them without being traced, hack systems to retrieve information, or use your social skills to extract information from key characters. There are always choices, multiple approaches, multiple paths, and multiple tools at your disposal. People on Steam are talking that Deus Ex is really enjoyable, although very linear. But in this instance, the linear aspect is a good thing, because despite the fact that the game is guiding you in your path, it doesn't hold your hand or penis, and you are free to approach every situation as you please. And as I've mentioned before, the ways of playing are really numerous, and the only limit is your imagination. That also means that everyone without imagination has no limits at all. Let it sink. Yeah, also I can promise that in Deus Ex you will find many amazing music scores. The game has a really exceptional soundtrack which is creating an amazing atmosphere. Call of Juarez Gunslinger. This one and other games of the franchise are probably the most popular and well-known first-person shooters set in a Wild West. Here you will play as the best gunslinger West ever saw and blur the lines between man and myth. This adventure made of memorable encounters will unveil the untold truth behind some of the greatest legends of the Old West. With a gun holster tied to your leg, become a ruthless bounty hunter on a journey made of all-out gun battles. Master the art of blasting pistols, shooting rifles, and dodging bullets.
Metaphorically, right?
No, it's exactly like in The Matrix. You can slow time and actually dodge bullets. How cool is that? Also, I really like the narration part of the game. It is trying to hold your attention even when nothing is happening. Let's say you climb the ladder, but at the same time you are listening to the story, and that is really cool. People are comparing the style with an action RPG game Bastion, which also has the narration implemented. This is a really great invention, and I wish that more games had something like that. Well, with the ability to turn it off, of course. Pilgrims. Do you know about Samorost and Machinarium? It is another creation of the developers who made these wonderful games, and Pilgrims kinda look like a wonderful game as well, so don't doubt it, I forbid. You'll roam the land as you please and make new friends, share a love with your fellow travelers and help them complete their little stories your way. How many different solutions can you find? This game is meant for playing, not for beating it. It's the journey, not the destination. Game is packed with 45 achievements and amazing music, and just look at this price, looks cute and friendly for your wallet. The Talos Principle. You find yourself in a strange, contradictory world of ancient ruins and advanced technology. Tasked by your creator with solving a series of increasingly complex puzzles, you must decide whether to have faith or to ask the difficult questions. Who are you? What is your purpose? And what is the best recipe of the potato salad? You'll have to solve more than 120 immersive puzzles, divert drones, manipulate laser beams and even replicate time to prove yourself and find a way out. If you think that you have a great intellect, this game will humble you down, I promise. SpellForce, Conquest of Eo. The title itself is a spin-off from the famous RTS RPG SpellForce games, and this time it's a turn-based strategy RPG with 4X elements similar to Heroes of Might and Magic. You know, when you have a rich lore, you can start experimenting. What we will get next? SpellForce racing game? First-person shooter? You know, I would play these. Also yes, in Conquest of Eo you will have your town, or as they call it here, a tower, where you can research various skills and abilities and other goodies. You have a huge map to explore and turn-based battles with various monsters. The hero's formula is here and it's working very nicely. You will have to choose one out of 3 unique classes, or you can create your own custom mage and send armies on countless quests. Or, you know, conquests, pun intended. All 3 classes plays differently. For example, if you choose Artificer as your leader, you may create powerful artifacts that make your army stronger. But if you play as Necromancer, then you instead of various glyphs can raise an army of undead warriors and conquer the land with swarms of low-cost units. That makes your army weaker, but you can breed it quicker. That really changes the gameplay and your tactics in general. Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics of War. That's a long-ass name, I give them that. The game is free to take this weekend, but keep in mind that there are about 13 DLCs available. So yeah, that's a trap for your wallet, but it may be a pleasant one. Maybe you like to suffer, I don't judge. Anyway, Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War brings you a world of terror and violence with a turn-based 4X strategy game. You'll face a challenging AI and cooperate or compete with friends and strangers across the globe. Play as one of 4 iconic Warhammer factions, each with their own unique playstyle and technology tree. Explore a randomly generated world filled with special features and threatening wildlife that can crush your troops' morale. People on Steam are talking that this is a great strategy game, but as I've mentioned before, many say that without DLCs it feels incomplete. Baba is You. Let me start with the fact that the review score of the game is close to 100%, and it is determined by thousands of players, so the deal here is real. Baba is You is multiple award-winning puzzle game where you can change the rules by which you play. In every level, the rules themselves are present as blocks you can interact with. By manipulating them, you can change how the level works and cause surprising, unexpected interactions. With some simple block pushing, you can turn yourself into a rock, or turn patches of grass into dangerously hot obstacles. You know, almost as hot as you, my friend. You look awesome today, never doubt yourself. The game has over 200 levels that experiment with the game's mechanics in a multitude of ways, requiring you to understand and manipulate the rules of the game and figure out devious ways to make the objects in the game world interact. Warhammer 40k Battlesector. This is a fast-paced, turn-based strategy game set in a grimdark universe of the 41st millennium. Pick your force, develop your army, control mighty heroes and fight for victory using strategy, awesome abilities and devastating weaponry. You'll find 20-mission single-player campaign. You'll help to purge the Tyranid infestation and preserve the honor of the noble Blood Angels. Also, the skirmish mode is available here. Pick your faction, pick your enemy and dive into battle. You can completely customize your army list by selecting your units, heroes and their weaponry. The game has a very positive review score on Steam, and people are saying that even if you don't like turn-based strategy, this game may change your mind. Here, unlike in XCOM, you can move units simultaneously. You don't need to wait for your other units to finish their turns. That is great because it saves your time. Moncage. This is a wonderful puzzle adventure game. It takes place inside a mysterious cube, with each side of the cube housing a unique world. It can be an old factory, a light tower, an amusement park, church, ding-dong enlargement clinic, and so on. Well, maybe not all of those are here, but you get the point. At first sight they may seem random and unrelated, but upon closer look you will become surprised by the intricate ways of how these worlds connect together. People are saying that the game is relaxing, calming, and sometimes brain-melting. Creaks. The creators of Samorost and Machinarium created this masterpiece as well. I don't think they are capable of something not great. Most of their games have a Steam review score above 90%, and so does the Creaks. This is an immersive puzzle game that delights our eyes with its hand-painted visuals and precise animation. It also has great sound design and an eclectic original score from Hidden Orchestra. You'll proceed at your own pace at figuring out the solutions of dozens of carefully designed puzzles, explore the mansion for hidden paintings, and uncover the great secret. As developers say, Creaks is best enjoyed with a controller and a good pair of headphones. The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion, Game of the Year Edition Deluxe. If somehow you never play the game, I can surely say that this is a mistake you have to fix. Today, yeah, even after all these years, Oblivion is among the best open-world RPG games ever created. If you're waiting for fan-made Skyblivion to finally play it, or for the rumored Bethesda version with way better graphics, just don't. Skyblivion runs on an 8-year-old engine, and Bethesda's version is not even officially confirmed. When it arrives, you can just replay it again. So instead, just download a bunch of graphic mods and enjoy the game today. What you are seeing right now is a modded Oblivion, and you can make it look the same just with a few hours of research. That is nothing, that is like a project you will be proud of in the end. I remember when in 2009 my personal computer was too weak to run Oblivion and I had no job, so I went dumpster diving. Yeah, I am from a poor family, so I collected glass bottles I could sell and metal I could sell to the scrapyard. This way, in a week I collected enough money to buy a powerful graphics card and enjoy the game like never before. It was absolutely worth it. This is still one of the best games I have ever played. Tales of Neon Sea. This is a retro-style pixel art adventure set in a cyberpunk cityscape where you will encounter numerous items to investigate, curious Easter eggs, and a whole cast of interactive NPCs. You must analyze every detail and discover the truth that lurks behind the heavy mist. You take on the role of a veteran cop turned hard-boiled detective and investigate crime in a future cyberpunk world where the magnificent Sky City blocks the sun, but the neon lights never go out. People on Steam are saying that this is a nice, relaxing game of gathering clues, filled with cute characters and pets, great visuals, and nice music with the heavy Blade Runner influence. Some puzzles are kinda tricky and will demand a lot of your brain power. Be sure you have it before playing. And now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.